It's official. We are live. Let's see how long it will take for somebody else to jump in on this. Again, I love doing these live streams, and I've had some really good feedback, especially lately. I've had a bunch of people comment and say that they like when I do these live streams at night. And again, I love that instant interaction and how easily accessible it is by using it on my iPhone. So who's around? Who's up? I think it sends a notification to subscribers that I'm live. I'm not 100% sure or not. I don't know if you have to click that bell or whatever it is now, that whole bell thing. But thank you for, all right, got a few people watching already, so that's pretty cool. What's everybody up to tonight? Yeah, I just kind of do these things on like spur of the moment kind of thing. I have people ask me if I'm going to plan it out. I should do a planned one so people can like, you know, maybe try to work around if they want to join in. But yeah, most of the time it's just kind of like a spur of the moment thing if I'm in the mood. But usually it's right around this time. So how's everybody doing tonight? What's everybody going to watch? I think I am going to watch Ghost in the Shell. I've heard pretty much negative things about this one, but I remember watching the anime like over a decade ago and loving it. And Scarlett Johansson, not bad. I'm expecting at least really good visuals, if anything, from this. Let me know if anybody has seen Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson and what they thought of it. I like the slipcover to this as well. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know, from the trailers that I saw, it looks like it's, if anything, it's gonna look fantastic on home video. The visuals will be there. Not sure how the rest of the storyline and plot will measure up, but again, I love the old anime. I think I might still have that on DVD, in fact. Greetings, says Ben Hibbard. Just finished watching The Skull with Peter Cushing. That's an old school one for sure, yeah. I have that somewhere over here in my horror collection, in fact. I think there's a company called Legend Films that released that on a Blu-ray. And I think there's like a dual pack too for that. Somewhere. I don't know, I still got to organize the collection. What's going on, Steven Costera? How are you? Just getting ready to pop in a movie and gonna be watching Ghost in the Shell. A couple Criterion pickups. I'm gonna do, I don't think I ever did a video for these ones right there, so I'm gonna do a separate one for that. And then I picked up a few right here, so not a ton. I've seen some people pick up a whole bunch of ones. I didn't spend that much this time, so just a few. But there's my Criterion collection behind me. So there's still a bunch of Criterions that I think deserve Blu-ray releases. Port of Shadows is high up on there for me. Secret Honor, again, one of my favorite Altman films. Hello, Arrow video sale currently. Any recommendations? It really depends on, is the Arrow sale only on Arrow UK? Because they have a lot more releases here than the US. So I'm more knowledgeable about the US releases. Again, depends on what you like. Again, the UK has so many. Waking Life, if you're in the UK, I'd recommend that one. That one doesn't have a Region A release, it has a Region B release, but Phenomena is one of my all-time favorites, so I would get that for sure. I like Motel Hell. I have a special place in my heart for that. Suture is one. I don't think it's on the Arrow Academy line, although it should be on the Arrow Academy line. But I think that's a really great modern black and white film. One of my favorites, up there with La Haine. La Haine is like way up there. Suture is there, but not nearly as great as La Haine. A friend of mine is a fan of the animated movies, and he said it was good. Love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I've heard mostly negative things for Ghost in the Shell, the movie with Scarlett Johansson, the live-action one. But I'm going to give it a fair chance. Again, I'm expecting great visuals, if nothing else. Plus Scarlett Johansson. Jam in Lincoln Park, I know. Very sad, very tragic. Apparently, a lot of people are hanging themselves. I don't know what they're going through in their personal lives. We only see a glimpse. You know, we see their concerts, we see their interviews. That's just a very small percentage of their life. And I know he wrote an open letter on Twitter to Chris Cornell when he hung himself. Like a month ago, or however long ago it was, and Robin Williams apparently hung himself too, and it's just tragic that that's happening for sure. Let me know what your favorite Linkin Park song is. I got a few in the sale. Night of the Hunter, classic. Fear Eats the Soul, and Branded to Kill so far. Some good pickups. Night of the Hunter is my favorite of those. Yeah, there's so many Criterion ones on my wish list, so I haven't really been disappointed by them. So yeah, that's one of those ones where I can blind buy and just feel safe and secure that it'll be something that I'll enjoy. Yeah, the Lego Batman movie, I think I actually like the Lego Batman movie better than the Lego movie. But I picked that up recently myself. I don't know if I actually showed that in an update yet or not. I'm still like behind. I've still got like stacks to go through of stuff to show that I picked up. I think I saw on the Aero UK Facebook page that they ship internationally. True, but a lot of them are region locked. Aero UK has a lot of titles that are region B locked, and over here in the US that you know, the players only play region A unless you have a region free player in the ends. Yeah, I definitely think 13th Wolfman. I know horror is your favorite genre, just like me. So they definitely need to step up their horror game. They have a few good titles. Brood, Scanners. I actually need to pick up the Brood, but Rosemary's Baby for me is like one of my all-time favorites. So very happy with that. And I heard that they're going to put out the original Night of the Living Dead. And there was a title. There was some other title recently that they announced for horror as well. I'm pretty sure. But I mean, they have a few good titles. They have a couple DVD ones that aren't out on Blu-ray yet for horror titles. Vampire is one that I thought was excellent. Very surreal film. I know there's a few other ones, but yeah, I mean, they have some titles, but I definitely think that's the one genre they need to work on the most. I actually have it's a video concept I want to do, horror movies that need a Criterion Collection release. Hey, Jeff Overing, how are you? Steven Costera says, Roads Untraveled, which was featured in the Need for Speed movie. I'm not familiar with that one. I need to check that out. Arrow you can buy here in the US and they're not region locked. Yes, obviously. Yes, that's a given. I know that. Yeah, Arrow US though has like 10% of the releases that the Arrow UK has. And the Arrow UK titles are usually region locked unless it's one that is going to get released here. But that's one of the things I try to hold off on, like the Donnie Darko set. I remember everybody bought the UK one. It was sold out. People were flipping it for a lot more money. And then the US got the release, so I was very pleased with that. Yeah, MVD does a great job with the releasing wise for the Criterions here. And what do you think of the Scream Factory and what is going on with Hell Knight? I mean, that's one of the things apparently they're announcing the 10 titles that are going to get released from Scream Factory, but 9 of those 10 titles already have a Region A compatible Blu-ray release. So I don't know, I'm not that thrilled. I think Hell Knight was like the only one that didn't have a Blu-ray release so far that's compatible on Region A. So yeah, like Dawn of the Dead, the remake, the Land of the Dead, a whole bunch of these other ones already have Region A releases either here in the US or in other countries that can be played here. So yeah, I'm not too thrilled with the Scream Factory releases that they've announced. What's up, Stream Gaming? How are you? What's everybody watching tonight? Let me know. Yeah, it was leaked, I want to say like a couple weeks ago. So as long as that list is still legit, which I think it is, because there was other things listed on websites for those particular movies for pre-release, but you couldn't pre-order them yet. They just had the titles up. Yeah, but so far I remember looking up 9 out of 10 of those releases that Scream Factory are going to have come out for the big announcement. They have Region A compatible releases, so I'm kind of tired of repurchasing these movies over and over. Like they just released Slither, but I had the Region A compatible Canadian release for Slither for a long time. So yeah, I don't know. The artwork for the Scream Factory one for Slither I like, except for Elizabeth Banks' face looked kind of weird. I haven't checked out the trailers for Jigsaw, but actually I checked out the Leatherface one, and I've seen so much criticism for it, but I thought the Leatherface trailer looked awesome. I'm excited for it. I think people just want to crap on it because the past Texas Chainsaw movie wasn't very good, and it's just kind of a cool thing to do, to crap on that kind of franchise, and it's going to be direct to DVD, essentially home video, which is a shame because I think that one could do decent things in the theaters. And the directors, I think they're the same ones that did Inside, Livid, so they have a strong directing core right there. I'll be watching The Wolf of Wall Street. Let me know what you think of it. Blindside. All right, cool. Dave L, what's going on? Don't plan on watching anything tonight, but I watched Slate this morning. How was it? Night of the Demons. Which Night of the Demons? The original one or the remake? I actually thought the remake was kind of decent for Night of the Demons. Dress to Kill. Awesome. Love Dress to Kill. I know that's actually a Criterion I need to pick up. I know Dress to Kill originally had a Criterion release, but then it was like there was some kind of issue with it, and then they like re-released it or something. I've seen the Leatherface trailer. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Leatherface trailer. I seem to be in the minority there. I thought it was awesome. The Jigsaw one, I see. It's funny. I think just the opposite. Jigsaw one, yeah. I've seen some of the clips or some of the stills too. It looked like every other Saw movie. I don't know. Yeah, Dunkirk, absolutely. Let me know what you think of that. I'm excited for that for sure. I'm expecting big things from Dunkirk. Has anybody out there seen the war movie Frontline? I feel like it's such an underrated one. I've mentioned it years ago, but I feel like nobody's really checked it out. Thank you, Dave L, for that knowledge. On the back it says second pressing. I appreciate that. The original Night of the Demons. Awesome. I would say check out even the remake for Night of the Demons. I thought that was pleasantly surprising. I thought it was decent. It wasn't great, but it was better than most. Because there's so many remakes these days. So who here has seen the Ghost in the Shell movie? Because I'm going to be watching that tonight when I get done with the live stream. I remember watching the old anime movie, which I think I still have on DVD, and I loved that one. And I've heard mostly negative things on this one, but the trailers I've seen, the visuals look amazing. I'm hoping the plot can catch up with that, but 13th Wolfman, who are you interviewing next? Edwin G, what's up? And if any of you guys are interested in digital downloads, I teamed up with HBO. They sent me a message saying that I want to host a giveaway for this. It's a giveaway for the movie Wizard of Lies, which stars Robert De Niro, Hank Azaria, and Michelle Pfeiffer. It's nominated for a few Emmys, including Best Movie, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Casting, and Barry Levinson's directing it. I'm doing a giveaway right now, and you can check that out on my channel. It's the video right after this, once it goes live. So right now it's like the first video up there. But I'll be ending that video coming up this Saturday at midnight. So it's for one free digital download copy of The Wizard of Lies, which is about Bernie Madoff and that infamous Ponzi scheme, which he defrauded 65 billion. 65 billion. Holy moly. Whew. Seems for that much money, he would have been able to get out of it or get out of the country, flee, and change his name, something. Scrolling through here, I went to watch that, never saw it though. I thought it was good, some cool scenes like the hand chopping scene in the final confrontation. You're giving too much away, that's a big spoiler right there. Very underrated. Seeing Dunkirk tomorrow. I've seen Frontline. Awesome. Glad to see more people have seen Frontline. Oh, that's cool. Lisa Wilcox. Yeah, absolutely. War of the Apes. War of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, you know what? I like the recent Planet of the Apes movies, but to me, I think I'm one of the few people that like the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes movie. And yeah, I feel like the recent ones, I prefer the Mark Wahlberg one over all the ones recently, but I don't know, I'm in the minority on that. But I definitely like all the Planet of the Apes movies. I still have the old DVD Caesar's head bust right there. There it is. Which had the animated series in there as well. That was such an amazing set to me. I love that set. But am I the only one out there that likes the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes movie? I seem to be. What's up, SM? What does SM stand for? Makes me think of like S&M Man, and it was like a movie, and 8mm. 8mm needs a Blu-ray release. I didn't know they made an 8mm 2. Which is crazy to me. They make sequels for anything nowadays. But yeah, let me know if any of you guys picked anything up at the Criterion Collection sale as well. I picked up only a couple titles right there, nothing too crazy. I know I've seen some people post some videos where they just went all out, and I got bills, man. I feel like a lot of the people that are posting those videos don't got the bills like that. So, you know, props to them. Live it up while you can, but make sure you save some money too. Be smart about your money. I say that with like a wall full of movies behind me, but I haven't seen it, but I remember reading the book forever ago. I haven't seen Ghost. I'm about to watch Ghost in the Shell after this, So once this live stream ends, I'm going to pop it in. But again, I was a big fan of the old anime movie back in the day, and I'm pretty sure I still have the DVD. During a couple moves, I've lost a bunch of movies, so I actually need to see if I still have it or not, because I definitely want to get that again if I don't. Nice! Good to see more love for the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes movie. Oh, your initials. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, sorry to hear that you didn't like it. Well, again, I feel like I'm in the minority of people that like the Mark Wahlberg one. Me and Jeff liked it. 8mm 2 is okay. Alright. 8mm definitely needs a Blu-ray release. I feel like it's, you know, kind of a dark-themed movie, obviously, especially the topic of it. But I loved it. Very gritty, very tense, and great acting in there, too. Dave, what ones... Oh, you picked up 11 titles. You're ballin'. What ones did you pick up? Fifth Element 4K release. Yes. I need to get the Fifth Element one. I'm debating if I should get the Steelbook. That's the Best Buy exclusive, or just like the regular 4K one. And I want to get the Leon the Professional 4K one too. Devil's Backbone is one of my all-time favorites. I need to get that on Criterion myself. That I need to actually... That reminds me, after this, I got to put that on my wish list and make sure to remind myself to get that one. Yeah, I love the original Planet of the Apes as well. It's a classic. Devil's Backbone, yeah. That's my favorite Del Toro movie also. I don't know if I really consider it necessarily horror, because there's not a ton of horror elements. They have kind of the basic thing, but obviously there's like the ghost element going on there. But I love everything that goes around it, and it's just a very well-crafted storyline. Yeah, I love Storm in the Century. That's one that I think is very underrated. I'd love to see that get a Blu-ray release as well. Nice. Yeah, Leon the Professional. Who would have thought Natalie Portman would grow up to be such a fantastic actress in her own right? But yeah, I remember watching Leon back in the day and just being like so into it. And it's great to see that. You know, one thing though I will backtrack a little bit is I feel like that release has gotten like both the Fifth Element and Leon have gotten so many releases. Like just like last year, I think it was, they got the mastered in 4K Blu-ray releases, and now they got the 4K releases. So many releases. Mistress America. I'm not 100% sure what that is, so let me know, 13th Wolfman. What is Mistress America? Yeah, Storm of the Century, great to see more love for that. That was a miniseries, Stephen King one, very underrated. Night Flyer is another one from Stephen King that I think was a very underrated movie, great vampire movie. Kong Skull Island I will be picking up soon. 80s Horror Fan 88. Good to see you, my man. When is the... I meant to ask you, that convention that you're going to, when is it? 3 a.m. Yeah, I always feel bad whenever I do these live streams. A lot of times people say do them earlier, but I can't do them too much earlier because of work and stuff like that. So maybe on the weekend, but that's about it. But yeah, let me know when you're going to that convention, because I'm tempted to see if you can help me out with one thing, depending. Seven Samurai Classic, Akira Kurosawa. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. 80s Horror Fan 88, big shout out. Speaking of Del Toro, you should check out the trailer for his new... Yeah, actually, I just saw the... I haven't checked it out, but I saw like the advertisement for it. And I'll pretty much give everything that he does a chance, so... Yes, I saw that the lead singer of Linkin Park passed away. I was talking about that before. Very sad. Yeah, he hung himself, just like Chris Cornell, Robin Williams. It's very tragic. We only see a very small glimpse into their lives with their music videos, the concerts, the interviews. That's like such a small glimpse into their lives, and you don't know what they're going through behind, you know, behind the scenes, essentially. Next Saturday. All right, cool. College freshman New York meets up with her son, so her soon-to-be stepsister who's in her 30s, urban chick. It's like, check it out. Okay. It's a comedy. All right, then. I'm not, I'm picky when it comes to the comedies. Cheers. Sales. I've mentioned that a lot. That was like one of the questions I used to get more than anything, was what do I do for a living? I'm just going to tell you sales. That's a broad, vague answer, and that's what you're getting. Yes, it's so funny you mentioned that, 13th Wolfman. I have watched The Strain, and I just binge-watched Season 3, and I'm looking forward to Season 2. I mean, Season 4, rather, which I think just started. And so I have to watch, I think... What day does it come on? I don't know what day it comes on, but I'm so excited. I love The Strain. I've got the master set I don't know if you can see it up there for the first season, which I was actually kind of disappointed that that set was like such a smaller set, but it's a practical set, so I give it that because you can put the discs in there. And I like when the sets are practical, that you can actually, I don't like it when it's like something completely separate. No, I didn't know the Westworld show is getting a 4K release. That's interesting. I think you already, yeah, I think you asked about that already, the Fahrenheit 451. That makes, I think I've heard that they were doing it, but I don't know too much about it, outside of like who's casting or anything like that. But I'm familiar with the book. What time on Sundays? I have watched Bates Motel. Okay, Dave L., you picked up some awesome titles for Criterion Collection. I really want to get Straw Dogs, the original. I love the heck out of that one. I haven't seen the remake for Straw Dogs, but Repo Man, oh my gosh, I need to get that too. I need that in my life. Antichrist, some great Lars von Trier right there. You picked up some amazing titles. I haven't checked out Fish Tank. I'm not, that's one I'm not familiar with. I think that's like the only one on there that I'm not familiar with. H-Dog, holy moly. H-Dog, I don't think you, last I checked, you didn't make videos for a while, but H-Dog is a guy on here who used to make a bunch of great videos, movie-related DVD, Blu-ray pickups and stuff like that. What's up, man? How are you? What's a super random DVD or Blu-ray that surprisingly goes for a lot of money? Hellraiser Deader. I had the Blu-ray for that, and apparently that goes for like 90, 100 bucks. Actually, sale price, like on eBay, if you look completed listings, people are actually buying that movie for that much money. And I can only think that's because they're completionists, because the movie was terrible. Utterly awful. I ended up selling it to somebody in a Facebook horror group for less money. I could have gotten way more, but they're a collector, they're a fan, whatever. But yeah, that's one that was super random, that is shocking, that goes for a lot of money. Satan's Little Helper is another one that was like a bargain bin title that goes for, you know, 30, 40 bucks. But Hellraiser Deader is one that always shocked me, that went for a lot of money. Been on a retro poster binge. Yeah, it's funny because I really wanted to get the poster for Stand By Me. I was hoping to get Will Wheaton to sign that, but I imagine it's much too late to get a poster sent to you for that. Yeah, you guys, apparently there's a bunch of conventions coming up over in the UK. I had no idea. Who are you getting signed? 80s Horror Fan 88. Random topic, but I've been watching videos on people's scary experiences, so I was wondering if you would do a video talking about some that you've had. I've never really had any scary experiences. I don't believe in ghosts or the supernatural or anything like that. Yeah, I don't. Actually, I take it back. I have had one scary experience. I should do a video for that. I should hopefully remind myself. It'll be a short topic, but maybe I will. I'm gonna type it on here now, so I can try to remind myself to do a video on it. Thank you. It's not a ghost or supernatural or anything like that, but it's a video topic that I will surprise you with. You'll be surprised by the title. How long have I been collecting? The first DVD I ever bought was 1999. I can't remember if it was Last of the Mohicans or Goodfellas, but it was like one of those two was the first one I ever bought. And I remember because I where I moved, I went around looking at, and this is when DVDs were like 35, 40 bucks a pop. So, but yeah, I didn't really get into collecting until probably like DVD wise, like maybe like 8 years ago, maybe 7, 8 years ago. And then I got really into it like 5 years ago. And then that's when I really started collecting Blu-rays and getting really into it. So yeah, I've been collecting it for a while, which is one of those reasons that I say I'm not into putting the plastic bags in all of my movies, because everybody's argument, invalid. I've been collecting for a long time. I've never had any scratches on any steelbooks or anything, as long as you're not jamming them back and forth. I've heard people say, oh, they put the plastic bags because they have kids. If your kid takes out your movie, your Blu-ray, and throws it on the ground, smashes it, bites it, whatever, a thin plastic bag isn't going to help it. If they throw it against the wall, it's still going to get damaged. I heard somebody say if they're smokers, tell you what, if you smoke, it's still going to get in there. It's going to seep through there. It's going to get in there because it's, you know, it's not something that's hermetically sealed or anything like that. So What movie got me into horror? I guess I was always kind of into horror movies. I would sneak downstairs late at night when I was a little kid, when my parents were sleeping, and I'd watch horror movies. The first horror movie I ever watched was the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember Johnny Depp getting sucked into the bed and the blood splattering up to the ceiling. Then I watched The Exorcist and Night of the Living Dead. That was all around the same age, like 7 and then into 8. And then I remember going to the video rental stores and seeing all the cool VHS artwork, the horror titles, and just being enthralled. And I just got more into it. Even though those movies scared me and gave me nightmares, something about it just made me want to see it more and check it out more and kind of push myself into that. And just, I don't know, I just was always kind of amazed by it. But yeah, I mean, my favorite movie of all time is John Carpenter's The Thing, which I've seen over 100 times. So that definitely got me into it more. So that's, you know, sci-fi horror, alien horror, Rob Bottin's practical effects, and Ennio Morricone's score, John Carpenter's directing, the whole cast. I think I already said Dean Cundey, but yeah. The feeling of isolation, paranoia. It's just, for me, an amazing movie. Definitely got me more into horror. There's certain ones that just kind of, you know, over the years got me more and more into it. And there's certain points where I thought, oh, horror's kind of, especially for mainstream American horror, it's kind of dying down. And then you get a big, you know, movie like It Follows or The Witch or something like that that kind of revives and gives it a breath of fresh air. And international horror is always doing a great job. Like The Wailing was my favorite movie from last year. That's such an amazing movie, transcendent in my opinion. Just like Let the Right One In, The Babadook, movies like that I feel like are kind of transcends genres. So, hold on, I'm scrolling through it because I think I've missed a bunch of comments on here. Scrolling through. New York trains take forever. You're waiting for the train. That's awesome. You got some great, I don't know if it's Wi-Fi there or not. The Wes Craven, People Under the Stairs, Shocker, Serpent and the Rainbow. I need to get all of those on the Scream Factory release, especially the Serpent and the Rainbow. I really like that one. The Master Set, that's surprising that it's going for so low. I have not watched Blood Drive on the Sci-Fi Channel. Dead Alive, yeah, I do have Dead Alive on Blu-ray. I was actually lucky enough to pick that up a few times for like dirt cheap, like $2 a pop. So there's deals out there for those. You just have to find them. Thanks for keeping me busy. Thank you so much. Take care, Jeff. Or sorry, Edwin. My apologies, because Jeff was right underneath you. Enjoy the train ride. I have not seen The Mist, the TV show. I got to check that out. I like the movie. Brass Tex. Yes, I have heard of his channel, and he's commented on my channel before. He does like mostly like 4K reviews. He's over from the UK, right? He does very loud, very what's that thing that he always says? God damn! I can't say that sounded like super redneck, but he says I can't do it with the accent that he does it, but he says that like every video I've seen of his that he does that. God damn! I can't do it. I do terrible accents. Sleepaway Camp, the original. I love the original. There's my Sleepaway Camp box set right there. The ending scene still stays with me. That nightmarish. Never get that image out of my head. The Friday the 13th girl's awesome. Toby Hooper, yeah. Yeah, The Shining is that's one of my all-time favorites for sure. I feel like that's one of those movies that even if you're not necessarily into horror, you can appreciate. So that's like one of those movies you can watch with anybody. I have not seen, I've seen the movie Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, which I love. That's one of my all-time favorite comedy movies. But I assume you're talking about the recent sci-fi movie Life, which I have not seen yet. Yes, I know The Thing's getting an Arrow Steelbook release and like a limited edition one too, which I think they're both already sold out. Yes, I've seen Boyhood. I haven't seen The Void yet, but I want to. That's one I think is it on Netflix? Somebody said it was on Netflix. I need to check it out. Are you getting the Arrow's release? I thought it was already sold out, so I didn't think I could. Blood Drive. Yeah, I hear good things about Blood Drive. It's on like the Sci-Fi Channel, right? Yeah, Brass Tacks. Yes, absolutely. Mini horror movie with a different subgenre. Yeah, I hear it's kind of like a Grindhouse-esque Blood Drive, the TV show. Yes, George Romero passed away recently. Same day I think Martin Landau passed away. Yes, I heard about George Romero, yes. A lot of sad passings recently. Yeah, The Void is on Netflix apparently. So if you've got Netflix, check out The Void. I definitely plan to watch that like soon, ASAP. I'm already committed to watching Ghost in the Shell tonight, so that's what I'm gonna watch tonight. But I definitely need to watch The Void soon. I'm not that big of a fan of anime, although I do like the Ghost in the Shell anime. But maybe I just need to check out more anime. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely been a flood of the market as far as steelbooks and stuff like that. Funkos, every month there's like a million Funko Pops released, especially now they just have like the Comic-Con releasing. There's so many different variants and stuff like that. It's just oversaturation of the market, essentially, in my opinion. Scrolling through, Ghost in the Shell was cool. If you saw... Heard you say you hate the Halloween digibook. Why? Transfer, what did you think of the Scream Factory thing transfer? I thought the Halloween digibook was just poorly designed. Let me see if I have it over here. If I can find it. I'll show you what I'm talking about if I can find where the heck I put it. I can never find anything. Do I not? Did it get lost? I lost so many movies over the past couple moves. I didn't think I lost the Halloween movie though. Does anybody see it? It should be like right in front of me, and I don't see it, and that's upsetting to me now. That is a bummer, because I really don't see it now. Oh no, here it is right here. Ha! First off, I'll tell you why I don't like it. I don't like that cover artwork. I don't like the color scheme, even though it works for Halloween. The transfer is different, even though I know it has Dean Cundy gave it the approval. The disc, the way that it's housed, is awful. It's terrible. I can't remember who it was. Somebody made a joke about the way that it was housed. It's super thin. It's one of the worst digibooks out there, presentation-wise. And even though Dean Cundy approved the cinematography, I didn't really like it. I mean, the transfer, rather, of it. Yeah, I was disappointed. But as far as the Scream Factory release for The Thing, I think it looks fantastic. They changed a few things. Some of the color schemes in certain scenes of that are different, which took me a little bit of adjusting to get to, but it's definitely the best it's ever looked. Scrolling through... But yeah, that's funny, Matthew Duffy, that you remember that, because I remember like ranting and complaining about that like years ago now. I'm going to watch Ozark with Jason Bateman. Cool. I haven't seen that one. Yeah, you guys do need some Scream Factory over there. I wish all the companies released, you know, worldwide. It's right there, Matthew. Thanks, I passed it. I always do that. I pass it by, but thank you. Yeah, I know I need to alphabetize big time. I plan to do that soon. I agree, yeah, the cover looks so terrible to me. It's such a thin digibook. It's just the poor presentation of the digibook. Digibooks are for collectors. I feel like, again, it's the companies know that we're going to, as for horror fans, because I feel like horror fans really drive the market. There's been so many releases of Halloween, Evil Dead, and they just know we'll buy it no matter what. Just put whatever anniversary edition on it, and people will buy it. People charge like 35, 40 pounds per... Crazy. I know I've seen some people sell like slip covers, like the Life Force slipcover for like 30, 40 bucks, crazy stuff like that. What do I think are the best digibooks? Taxi Driver, hands down, I think is one of the best Blu-ray releases ever. I know that just looking offhand. Clockwork Orange, fantastic release. I like the thicker ones like Warner Brothers and Universal. They do great jobs on their digibooks, like the E.T. digibook, which is getting a 4K release coming up too. The Exorcist digibook was really sweet. I was able to get this signed up. If I can, right there, from Linda Blair. So that's another one I think is excellent. And the Poltergeist digibook is a good one. Falling Down is a good one. It's a good film, and the digibook presentation is good. But again, a lot of these ones are super thin. I don't like that. Like the 20th Century Fox ones are like some of the worst as far as digibook presentation. The Bridge Over the River Kwai, which is like a has a digibook inside there, but that's one of the best Blu-ray releases out there in my opinion. Empire of the Sun, the 300 one is probably one of the best 300 editions out there. Jaws. If I'm going to narrow it down, I would pick E.T., Jaws, Taxi Driver, and Bridge Over the River Kwai is probably the top digibook releases for me personally. There you go. So those are just a few. Are you watching any movies tonight? 41 Ronin. I always forget if you are who I think you are. Did we go to high school together? because I know there's somebody on there has a similar name, and I can't remember if that's you or not. I am watching a movie tonight. I'm watching Ghost in the Shell, the live-action one with Scarlett Johansson. I'm a big fan of the anime of it, the movie from back in the day. I think it was like 95 it came out. And I've heard mostly negative things about this one, but the visuals look great from the trailers, and Scarlett Johansson, can't go wrong too much with that. I just hope the plot is as good as the visuals look. How do you organize your collection? My collection isn't organized right now. I will be organizing it soon. That's actually the goal. I think I should set that goal like next week. I should start organizing the collection. I was actually going to I have a tripod over there. I was going to film myself doing some organizing, essentially like every now and then like talk about a movie briefly while I organize it. Do you prefer the Digibook transfer of the first Blu-ray transfer for what, Halloween? Man, I can't remember. The first Blu-ray one had some issues too, so that's kind of tough. That's a tough call right there. Yeah, the Jaws Digibook is probably one of the best ones. Also pissed off we don't really get the Comic-Con exclusive stuff. Well, you guys have different exclusives there. You guys have so many Steelbooks and Arrow video releases that we don't get over here that are region locked. Did I say bridge over? Thank you for the correction. I appreciate it. Yeah, I did find... Thank you for remembering that, Stephen Costera. I found Hacksaw Ridge. I was like freaking out because I couldn't find the Hacksaw Ridge 4K one when I did a live stream a while back, and I did find it. It was just in a different place because I'm so disorganized. So I definitely need to organize the collection. Yes, Dunkirk. That's great to hear. That's one I'm really looking forward to. And I don't know if I'm going to have time to watch it this weekend, but I will be watching that one for sure. I'm really excited for Dunkirk. Now, the 4K Italian Dawn of the Dead release, that actually has issues with the discs. Some of the discs, you got to contact the company, and they'll send you replacement discs. So make sure you do that. I haven't seen War for the Planet of the Apes yet. I saw half of Valerian. That's disappointing to hear that. I haven't. My roommate does, though. ScarJo's awesome. Absolutely. Raider Nation Cali, what is going on, man? How are you? Always good to see you on here. So gotta get the update on that. I did hang out with her again. Oh my gosh. I wanted to do a vlog that day because we hung out and I was so worn out after that day. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, again, I still want to kind of do like maybe a separate channel talking about that kind of stuff as well. Dating life, that kind of, you know, that kind of stuff too. What movies am I looking forward to the next 6 months? Cult of Chucky is one I'm really looking forward to. I like that franchise a lot. I think Curse and Cult both should have gotten theatrical releases. If the Annabelle movies can get releases, all the Paranormal Activity ones, the Saw movies, all those kind of movies get releases. I mean, Chucky's a horror icon and an established franchise. I'm looking forward to Stephen King's It. If Jeepers Creepers 3 ever fully gets released, I'd love to see that. Hope your dog's okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. He has congestive heart failure and kidney failure, so he's on a lot of medicine and prescription food and stuff like that, and it's kind of a pain. I had ordered the prescription food, didn't come in on time. I was scrambling. I didn't have any food essentially for him, so I gave him a can of tuna, and he loved that. The next day I was able to get him the food, or at least some of the food. Whole big hassle with that, but that's a whole other thing. I have 2 dogs in my life. Yeah, absolutely. He's like my little kid, you know. I've had him for almost 12 years now. He's 12. Next month will be 12 years that I've had him. I've got him when he was like 6 weeks. Yeah, exactly. I've spent so much money getting him treatment and help and stuff and medicine every month. Have you watched Ash vs. Evil Dead? I have not, but I've heard good things. Chronicles of Narnia. I loved The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe when I was younger. Johansson running around in a white bodysuit, worth the price of admission of 4K. Didn't Brass Tacks say she looked a little heavy in this video today? Don't you dare, Brass Tacks. Don't you dare say anything negative about ScarJo right there. I haven't watched his video if he did a review for it yet. I want to watch it going in and make my own thoughts before I hear anybody else's on it. But then afterwards, I'll watch his ones for sure. I know he does a lot of the 4K. I think he solely does like essentially 4K reviews. Did you get? No, I still haven't watched 31 yet. Again, it's the same thing with the movie Stitches. I still haven't watched either one of those yet. Clown horror, I'm not too big into. The only clown horror I really loved, my favorite clown horror movie is All Hallows Eve with Art the Clown, to me, which is the creepiest clown in horror movie history. And I'm looking forward to Terrifier, which is the same director. There's a short film based on it. So, yeah, I can't wait to see Terrifier, which has Art the Clown. And check out All Hallows Eve. It's a Halloween-themed horror anthology movie with some creepy segments. There's one segment where you could tell they didn't have the budget. It was a little weak, that one segment, but the rest of the segments are amazing. I love the Saw franchise, but the trailer looked pretty crap. Yeah, again, I'm not a big fan of the Saw franchise. I think the first one was good, but after that, they just slowly progress into unwatchable. After Saw 3, just unwatchable, trite to me. Iron Man Trilogy 4K German release. Very cool. My friend has chihuahuas. Yeah, it's funny. I used to have a big German Shepherd Rottweiler mix before I had this chihuahua. I don't think we'll ever see Jeepers Creepers 3. Well, they said they actually finally filmed it. Some places say it is filmed, other places say it is not filmed. I don't know if it's internet hoax or not, because I think there was actually like legitimate sources. There was one of the producers, I think, came out and did some interviews talking about it. I think the biggest issue is now that social media is more prevalent, there's a lot more backlash for Victor Salva. Understandably so. Good to hear from you. Oh, he defended her. Okay, cool. Just having some water with some Mio mix in there. Oh, yeah, you know, I take it back. Yeah, Clown is actually a good one, too. That was based on the short. The short was really good. The movie was a good adaptation from that short. And that's an example of how you can make a short film like that. And they actually put that it was directed by Eli Roth, which it wasn't. And then Eli Roth got in touch with the creator, and they made the full-length movie. And I liked how they had the whole backstory for the cloning and just the progression of the clown as well. I have seen Circus of the Dead. I don't think it was the creepiest clown posse ever. I thought it was overly long and superfluous. I thought it was okay. You know, if I'm gonna rate Circus of the Dead, I saw a few. Actually, I take it back. I wonder if we're thinking of the same Circus of the Dead. The one I'm thinking of came out like 4 years ago. It was a foreign film. I think we might be thinking of a different one because I think there was another Circus of the Dead that just came out recently. So we're probably thinking of two different ones, I'm imagining. You sure you haven't made a video about traveling to Mexico? No, the last time I traveled to Mexico, I was a little baby. So I was like a little kid, and I don't remember it at all. I thought you mentioned in your videos that you came in a club and there's 4 guys or so, but barely came out with one. No. Nope, that wasn't me. Yes, Lincoln Park, absolutely. That was definitely a big thing in the news today for sure. I was talking about that before. It's very sad. We only get a glimpse into a very small portion of these people's lives, celebrities, so you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But just wish everybody the best. Podmax Podcast, what's going on, buddy? Just to let you know, your package was sent out. All your packages. I gotta get you the tracking number. Have you watched? No, I haven't, but I've heard good things about the Zygote short from Neil Blomkamp. Bleh. As long as he doesn't have any more of Die Antwood in there. Yes, I'm going to see Dunkirk. Glad the train finally came for you, Edwin. Take care. I keep lagging. Do you guys get a lag on the video? Let me know. Yes, great to see more love for All Hallows Eve. Super creepy Halloween horror anthology with the creepiest clown in horror movie history for me. That's Art the Clown. Scrolling through the comments. I haven't seen Last Circus. Maybe I'm getting confused with those ones right there. I watched Last Shift on your recommendation. Is pretty good. The chick was pretty hot too. Absolutely. For me, I think Last Shift is like super underrated. It's a more modern horror movie that was super creepy to me too. I love the imagery in there and how it all wraps around. No, I'm not thinking of Vampire Circus. No, definitely not. It was something, I thought it was Circus of the Dead, but yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about now, 13th Wolfman. So yeah, it's not the same one I was talking about before. Have I watched Bone Tomahawk? Yes, I loved Bone Tomahawk. A great Western cannibal movie that I really need to get the Blu-ray for. I like David Arquette in there, Kurt Russell. Yes, no, that's actually probably the most gruesome kill in a horror movie from last year. Yes, Carnival of Souls. That's an old school one. I actually have it right behind me, the Criterion for it. The DVD. I need to get the Blu-ray for that one. Hold on, I'm scrolling through. Yeah, I've been having to click on and off due to lag. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know if it's my connection or not. I've noticed lately that my Wi-Fi for my phone has been not as strong as it has been recently. So, but I'm sorry to hear if there's been any lag. I do apologize. I don't think I have any control on that. I don't know if it's on the YouTube side or my Wi-Fi or what the deal is on that. But also, again, I think I mentioned it before, but I have a contest going on right now for a digital copy code for the Wizard of Lies movie, which is from HBO. I'm having that giveaway go until this Saturday night at midnight. So check out that video. It's the #1 video right now, the top video on my channel. It's about the story of Bernie Madoff and the Ponzi scheme where he ripped off and defrauded $65 billion worth of money. And it has Robert De Niro as Bernie Madoff, and you've got Michelle Pfeiffer, Hank Azaria. It's nominated for several Emmys, including Best Movie, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Casting. So yeah, check that out. And Barry Levinson directed it as well. I have not seen it yet. I will be watching it probably in the next couple of days. I'll be doing a review for it as well. But I figured I'd go ahead and post the giveaway for it now. So check it out and join in. It's pretty simple, pretty easy giveaway. And I'll be doing more giveaways coming up soon because it's awesome that you guys are on here talking movies with me, and I'm going to give back as much as I can. I'm off to bed and happy I made this live stream. Let me know if, yeah, absolutely. I do want to message you about that to see if we can work something out. 80s Horror Fan 88. That would be super cool. And have a good night, man. Take care. That would be awesome. All right. I think actually on that note, I am probably going to end up going myself. But let me know again if anybody else has seen Ghost in the Shell, because I'm going to watch that right after this. But yes, I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you guys all for tuning in tonight. I feel like this was a short one, but it's 47 minutes. I feel like time flies on here, which is part of the reason that I love doing these live streams. Like, it's that instant interaction, all the questions, that talking right back and forth feels like an actual conversation with you guys. So even though it feels like it was like 15 minutes, it's 47 minutes. So yeah, time flies on here. Time flies when you're having fun. But let me know what you guys are watching tonight once this video ends and gets posted to YouTube. Leave any movie recommendations on the video and let me know what you're going to watch. All right, guys, take care. And yeah, Charlie Redmond, yes, I will. Message me and I'll let you know about that. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight, and hope you guys enjoy your night. Take care. Oh, Raider Nation Cali, I just got that myself. I'm going to watch that soon too. It looks quirky and fun. Take care.